We're back again with another stimulus check update for you for today, August 21st, 2020, Friday. And make sure you watch this video all the way through to the end of the video. That way you don't miss out on a special bonus that I have in store for you at the end of the video. Give this video a thumbs up. That way YouTube can promote it. More people can see the video. Make sure you subscribe using the big red button below and hit the bell notifications. That way you won't miss out on our daily stimulus check update that we have for you here on this channel. And today we're going to be talking about the $1,200 second stimulus check update. We have bad news and good news, and we also have White House statements for our second stimulus check update also as well. And we're starting off with a response from Nancy Pelosi to the letter to her from 117 Democrats in the House of Representatives asking and begging and pleading, Nancy, please just pass a stimulus bill that we all can agree on, that Democrats, Republicans, and the White House can agree on. And the Trump already said that he will sign it. The White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, said the president will sign the bill. Okay, so let's hear what Nancy Pelosi's response to that is. She was actually on PBS NewsHour being interviewed. And let's hear a little bit about what she had to say in her response to this, too, also as well. Let's listen up.
Before the Congress, you've been struggling to strike a deal, as we know, with Republicans on this. But this week, more than 100 Democrats in the House signed a letter urging you to pass a smaller relief bill than what you have out there. You had agreed to go from $3 trillion down to $2 trillion, but they want to expand unemployment benefits. But basically, they're saying after the duration of this COVID emergency, that they would scale the support based on what the situation is in every state. But my question is, where do you stand on what they're asking you to do?
Well, they're asking us to do, and I fully, from a policy standpoint, have always supported the stabilization. That means that if you say when unemployment reaches a certain point, that you would automatically have unemployment benefits. That's a very positive initiative. I've encouraged that. I have welcomed that suggestion. I don't think strategically it's where we should go right now, because
Okay, so there you have it. Nancy Pelosi saying she doesn't think it's strategically where we should go right now. And basically, the Democrats in the House are pleading and begging Nancy, please pass something that we all can agree on. You know, everyone can agree on, so the people could get, you know, this $1,200 stimulus checks, and they can get their unemployment benefits too also as well. The interview went on longer than what I showed you in the clip, but I didn't want to bore you with the entire long 11-minute video. But Nancy went on to say, that's a very positive initiative. I have encouraged that. I have welcomed that suggestion. I don't think strategically is where we should go right now, because the Republicans would like to pass something like that and say, forget about it. Forget about state and local government funding. Forget about our investments in stopping the virus. Forget about other initiatives that feed the food insecure children in our country, vote by mail initiatives, and the rest. Pelosi warned that if the House were to pass a standalone bill to extend unemployment insurance, Senate Republicans could amend it and add poison pills. I don't think it's done by giving them an out, Pelosi said. I think it's done by making them come into negotiations. That's what she said about coming to a deal with the Republicans. Pelosi reiterated her stance in a letter to colleagues late Thursday night, while noting that the ideas members have put forth have been excellent. However, we must consider their timing and strategic value. They cannot come at the expense of addressing the priorities of the HEROES Act, particularly support for our heroes in state and local government and education who are in crisis. This is what Pelosi had wrote in her response. She's referring to the $3 trillion HEROES Act that the House had passed back in May. And we have a statement from the White House. The White House, the Office of Management and Budget, said in a statement today that the Trump administration strongly opposes the bill that the House plans on passing tomorrow or voting on. And the Trump advisors would recommend that he veto it should it reach his desk. The White House argues that the bill would add to the challenges currently facing the Postal Service, accusing Democrats of trying to exploit the C-word sickness pandemic as a pretext for placing counterproductive restrictions on USPS's already limited operational flexibilities. But we do have a little bit of good news out of all of this for you here. We have the White House, who still has our back in all of this, so still has our back as far as us getting our stimulus checks. And we had a White House briefing today conducted by Kayleigh McEnany. Can never seem to pronounce her name right for some reason. And she spoke a little bit about Nancy Pelosi and how she is responding to all of this or not responding to all of this. And let's hear a little bit about what she had to say too also as well.
Hello, everyone. Where is Nancy Pelosi? The House is in recess. House and Senate Democrats left town after failing to compromise and make a deal to provide relief to the American people. While Nancy Pelosi and her colleagues went home, this president remained hard at work. President Trump took executive action, including stopping evictions, providing unemployment insurance, pausing student loan payments, cutting the payroll tax, which put money in the pockets of all Americans. Democrats apparently were unable to stick around to make a deal. Now, suddenly, Democrats will be rushing back to Washington. But why? The answer, the United States Postal Service. It's a stunning turn of events. Democrats went home after accomplishing nothing. No deal on stimulus checks, no deal on small business relief, no deal on eviction protections. The concerns of everyday Americans were not the concerns of Democrats on Capitol Hill. So where is Nancy Pelosi? She and her Democrat colleagues will be back in Washington soon to pursue their latest manufactured crisis, the Postal Service. Democrats denied a $10 billion offer for the U.S. Postal Service by this president before they went on recess. And now they're back to pursue the latest Democrat manufactured crisis. It's sad, but it's clear where Democrats' priorities stand. And with that, I'll take questions.
So that's what Kayleigh McEnany had to say today about Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats. I mean, and she's got a good point there. I mean, what do you guys think about all of this? Just drop it in a comment below. Let me know what you think, right? Don't you think Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats, I mean, the one chance that they have to come back to Washington, to the House of Representatives, to open up and make a vote, right? You would think that they would want to vote on passing a $1,200 check, right, for Americans, for all of us, right? Or maybe dealing with the unemployment. Maybe if the Republicans and the White House, they don't agree on the $600 a week benefit, maybe she could have passed the $300, right? Because we all know that Trump, even though he passed an executive order or memoranda, extending the unemployment benefits by $300 a week up to $400 per week. We all know that there's not enough funding to cover people for more than maybe 4 or 5 weeks. Okay, some articles were floating around saying that it would only last 3 weeks. Okay, but if Congress was to pass a bill on this and vote on it, and it would go through and signed by the president, it could be possibly be extended. Who knows how long? Maybe to the end of the year, right? As long as it's not the $600 a week, because we know Republicans in the White House do not agree on that. Okay, but did Nancy think about coming back and voting on something like that tomorrow? No. What does she think about? Bailing out the post office. Okay, haven't we heard enough of this already, people? all right, bailing out the airlines with billions of dollars, bailing out corporations, okay, bailing out the banks back in 2008 when we had the recession instead of bailing out the people. Why didn't we get a $1,200 check back then under Obama, right? People have said they probably got $25 or maybe $45, I believe, but not even a $1,200 check, okay? No unemployment. No $600 a week unemployment, no $300 a week unemployment, no, none of that stuff. Okay, people still got evicted and lost their homes that they spent years saving up money to buy these nice houses. Okay, and the American dream just went down the tubes back in 2008, the recession. Okay, now we have more hopes of providing more help to people. And what does Nancy Pelosi do? She calls the House back to Washington to vote on giving the post office $25 billion. Now, if that doesn't irritate or frustrate you people, I don't know what will. You know, it sure makes me very angry, makes me very upset and frustrated to see the Democrats doing this. Okay, I thought it was the Republicans. I thought it was the Republicans who were doing it. I thought it was the Republicans holding this all up when month after month for the past 4 months or so, they were saying, let's wait and see till the next month. Let's wait on the job numbers for June. Let's wait on the job. Let's see how the economy does in July. You know, and finally, they introduced a bill called the HILls Act in the Senate, which will probably never get voted on or passed in the Senate either, right? Yes, it does have a $1,200 stimulus check, but the Senate has not passed anything, okay? Yes, I give the Democrats credit for passing the HEROES Act through the House of Representatives, but shouldn't they have already known that all the pork that was in the HEROES Act, that's in there right now still, maybe not because Nancy Pelosi said she would cut the bill in half, but all that pork that was in it, didn't they know that it would not have any chance of being passed in the Republican Senate or signed by President Trump before they even voted on it in the House of Representatives? I mean, what are these people doing? Okay, they're playing politics, they're playing games with our lives and with our stimulus checks, with our unemployment money, you know, with our livelihoods. So, I mean, that's all I got for you here today. Let me know what you think about all of this. Who do you think is to blame for holding up our stimulus checks right now? All right, leave me a comment down below. Remember to give the video a thumbs up so that way YouTube can promote it, more people can see it. Subscribe by hitting the big red button below and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about all this, because are you as upset as I am right now? Wow. But from all of us here at the How to Get an 800 Credit Score LLC family, stay safe, be blessed, and we'll see you in tomorrow's stimulus check update video. Bye for now. My name is Lyndon Baptiste, and on this channel we talk about ways to increase your credit score, build credit, and get approved for the lowest payments on mortgages and lines of credit, travel the world for free, earn extra money with cash back. And if that interests you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. That way you'll never miss a single video as we make them.